Tovarishi. Tonight, we're tasked with yet another attack on Katni Airfield west of Tulichin. Each aircraft will carry 10 Fab 100 general-purpose bombs to ensure maximum damage to this target. We have no fighter escort. We're relying on the cover of darkness to protect us. The formation will bomb from an altitude of 2,300 meters or higher at commander's discretion. As before, the river and the village of Katni should be visible on the run-up to the target. That's all. Давай, мужики. Welcome back aboard my Tupolev SB for the 7th mission of this SB career. We're going to attack Katni Airfield yet again, but this time we're going to do it at night. So let's get the airplane started. So, prop and mixture full forward, radiators full open, throttles cracked, engine 1 selected, and crank it. Cockpit lights. Navigation lights. Oh, there we go. Very comfy. Okay, good start on engine 1. Start engine 2. Remember to set flaps for takeoff. I've been doing some flaps up takeoffs. It doesn't make a huge difference, really. It doesn't seem, but anyway. That's 2 good starts. We'll shut the canopy, lock the tail wheel, double check that flaps are set, and I think we're just about ready to go. I'll review what we're going to do after takeoff. Okay, so fly right over the center of Vitebsk and try not to hit the balloons. And once we're over there, we set heading of 210. Okay, let's go. I didn't accidentally leave any exterior lights on. No, I did not. Okay. Up we go. Gear up. I'll put on a little bit of speed and then bring the flaps up. That's probably good enough, to be honest. And then, you know what? Remembering where the balloons were before, I think I'm going to turn left a little bit to go around Vitebsk instead of directly over it. Because I think following the flight plan could be bad for one's health, especially at night when it's hard to see where those balloons are. So I'll just find a different set heading point to use. Let's look at the map. Well, I guess I can just fly between these lakes. Those tend to be pretty visible, and then take a heading of 210. Now, we were assigned an altitude of 2,300 meters. I've been bombing from 3,000 before, but because it's nighttime, I am sort of tempted to bomb from lower altitude, but I might climb to 2,300, see what we can see, and if I don't like it, I'll climb higher. Something like that. I mean, the only night mission I've really done in 1946 lately was that Lancaster mission, and that was flying at 24,000 feet, but that was just a whole different kettle of fish. We're trying to hit a precision target. So, where are those lakes? There's a lake, there's another lake. Yeah, big one, little one. Yeah, I'll just fly between those and use that as my set heading point. And apart from that, is there anything to attend to? I will talk about an important navigation item, I think, once we're level and underway. But until then, I don't think there's much more to be seen to. Interesting that we have a little bit of light creeping over the western horizon. I guess that's possible at this latitude in the summertime. This is, I mean, pretty comparable latitude to where I live, and we technically don't have night for a chunk of the year. We only have astronomical twilight, so there's technically a little bit of light peeking up over one horizon at any given time, but it's still pretty night-like. Anyway, I think that's enough waffling. I will carry on, and that's just friendlies, I think. We will carry on. Alright, welcome back. We're level at 2,300 meters for now, and I mentioned that there was a navigation item we needed to see to, and the reason for that is, in a couple of previous missions, I have made a very silly mistake and I have got egg all over my face as a result. So let me explain what happened. So when I take the temperature to calculate true airspeed, I go by... hang on. I go by this thermometer on the side panel in the bomb aimer's position. That's all well and good, except what I've been doing, and admittedly in these low light conditions it's slightly harder to read, but you'll notice that there's a positive and a negative side to the thermometer, but it only has the positive and negative at the far ends at the 70-degree marks. So when I've been looking at these temperatures up here, and I don't see a negative, I've been, like, my brain has said, oh, well, that's plus 10, that's plus 20. It isn't, it's minus 10, minus 20. And then I never really considered afterwards why I was thinking in those moments, it's a bit improbably warm up at altitude, so... yeah. I have noticed that. I mentioned it in a comment in episode 5, because we didn't level bomb last time, but yeah. I have noticed this, and I will try not to make that mistake again. But we will do a little true airspeed calculation now. So our altitude is 2,300 meters, and as I've said before, I have to convert that to imperial, so that's 7,545 feet. Let's call it 75-50-ish is close enough. And the temperature is about -5. So I will pop that into the E6B flight computer on the desk in front of me. So -5, 6, 7, 2. And we have an indicated airspeed of 310. Which comes out to a true airspeed of approximately 345. So I will pop that in. And the 2,300 meter altitude as well. That's actually more like 2,320 because I didn't level off perfectly. So that's that done in principle properly. We should still be on heading 210, and let's see, in terms of visual checkpoints, there's a river out in front of us that we'll be crossing, and we should be crossing it in pretty much the correct spot. I might crank the rudder trim just a little bit to port so that we come left a bit, but yeah, we are more or less on track. I doubt very much that there's much winds to deal with, although why don't I have a look in the bomb sight and see if there's any noticeable drift. Yeah, I don't think so. Everything seems to be pretty much moving straight down the line, so I think we're good, and we can carry on to the target. Okay, well, since we've been here before, the geography up ahead probably looks pretty familiar. We've got the Hooky River, and the airfield should be inside that hook. Gonna crank the trim slightly to port because I suspect it's slightly off that way, but can't really see it yet, but I'm sure we will. I have decided to stick with the altitude of 2,300 meters for the time being. We will have to see if that turns out to be a mistake. The only real change in plan I have this time is the previous times we've hit this target, we've always run into some flak over here. So I think what I'm going to do is after we've dropped our bombs, I'll just turn around and use this waypoint as basically a set heading point and just fly a reciprocal track back the way we came, because we haven't encountered any flak on the way in the past. And this river here is pretty distinctive, so I should be able to get a good fix on that. And we'll just head back that way and go around Vitebsk, because balloons. But apart from that, can we see the target yet? Dum-de-dum-de-dum. It's better if I turn the lights off. Not really. They are flickering a bit, which is kind of annoying, but What can you do? Oh! Airfield is over that way. Okay, well, crank it over then. And let's get our settings seen too. So, bomb bay doors are open. I will issue the command to drop bombs on my command. Any other settings? Salvo mode. That's fine, I guess. Yeah. Alright. Whoops. Don't hit the wrong button. And sight's coming on. I think I'm going to drop my bombs in a clump on this middle section. They have searchlights, but I don't think they had any guns last time, so I'm not sure if it's actually that big of a deal if they see us. Unless they've got machine guns that'll only open up on us at lower altitude. That'll be a problem. Ah! Or if they blind me through the bloody sight. Oh well. Gotta stay on target for now. Ah! Okay, well, that's one thing that could potentially be a inhibitor. Oh, and there are tracers coming up. Okay, well, we're gonna turn immediately. Bombs away! Ah! Okay, bombs are away. I think everyone's got their bombs away. Okay, autopilot off. Let's start turning, get out of these searchlights, and try not to get hit. I'm gonna shut my bomb bay door. I'll tell the wingman to do the thing. There we go. Then he should shut his. Can't even see him. So I'll turn around and head north. Cool. Looks like we hit something down there, but that's kind of a secondary concern for me right now. We might see something as we come around, though. Shouldn't be climbing, because you're going to lose speed that way. Ah! Okay, where was that thingy in the river? We're not there yet. Or, no, I've overturned it. Or have I? What are those? Those lakes. Oof. Where's my hooky river? Over here? Okay. The phrase aviate, navigate, communicate is springing into my head right now, but hey, we're flying still. And I think we've gotten away from those machine guns, though the lights are still maybe pointing at us if our bellies are illuminated like that. I'm not sure. But it seemed to be small caliber stuff shooting at us down there. Oh, there we go. Ugh. Well, I see some fire down there, so we definitely hit something that's flammable. So, that's alright, I guess. And I'll just point at that bend in the river. And once we get to it, what's our heading back? Approximately 028. Because this is a slightly opening angle, it might be something more like 030, but it's a pretty small difference, frankly. It's we'll be able to navigate back without too much trouble. Alright, well, I'll note that down as 028, but I don't think it should be too difficult to navigate home. Welcome back. We have navigated home uneventfully, and it seems that my revision to the route did indeed avoid the flak from before, so that's nice. As usual, I'm going to make a left base to land back here at Evasive airfield. I will tell my guys to return to base, and in the interest of avoiding collisions, maybe I will ask for permission to land this time. Has been granted. So I'll put nav and landing lights on and hope that a night fighter doesn't come and swat me because I'm illuminating myself. It's interesting that the searchlights are on here. I don't know if that's for our benefit or because there's some kind of enemy activity overhead. Really don't know. Okay, that's 2 who's been told to go around, not me. Alright, gear down. And flaps takeoff. Set them for landing once we are rolled out onto final as usual. I'll maintain 200 until we finish that turn as well. Probably aim to let the speed come back to about 150 as we cross over the threshold. Flap set for landing, making a bit of a tight circuit and steep approach, but I think we'll be okay. Depth perception over the runway is great. Well, it doesn't help that it seems like the landing lights point beneath our cone of vision. That's kind of unhelpful, but whatever. Anyway, we're down. Let's vacate. Put flaps up. Oh yeah, we got another one of our chaps landing right behind. Didn't he tell you to go around? Whatever. We'll manage. And now I will put the lights off. Shut the engines down. And let in that cool night air. And drink in the satisfaction of a job well done. Oh, that's a Lee 2. Not an SB. Okay, interesting. They might be actually up to some slightly interesting business, actually, with Lee 2s skulking around at night. They might be, like, dropping supplies to partisans or dropping commandos behind the lines. They tended to do things like that. Anyway, don't know if there's much more to say about this mission. I think we can head to the debriefing. Our performance in this mission was good. We need more pilots like you. I won't argue with that. Apparently destroyed 2 planes on the ground. Fair enough. I couldn't really see anything in the dark. We'll see what the track file looks like. I don't think there's much more to say than that. Interesting that we got a night mission, because as I understand it, historically a lot of Soviet bombers were put on to night operations around this time because the survivability during the day was just non-existent, which we've kind of been experiencing to a degree up until now, so I'm curious as to see whether we're going to get majority night operations from now on or not. But in any case, I'll be back with the next mission in due time. Thanks for watching, and toodles.